Hello everyone. In this section we are going to see advanced calculations and analytics. In this section we are going to learn about LODs. What are LODs and what are the types of LODs and how to create them. LODs basically are level of details. In Tableau, the concept of LOD is about getting the filtered output with respect to some criteria. So therefore, there are three types of LODs: fixed LODs, include LODs and exclude LODs. For example, if I want to see the sum of sales for the whole data, irrespective of any criteria or any condition, anytime in the visualization, then I would prefer fixed LOD. If I want to see the sum of sales with respect to the segment, column, or say region, then I will create the LOD of type include, wherein I will have to consider the category or the region. For example, if I want to create the LOD, if I want to see the value of sum or the total of the sum, for example, if I want to create and see the sum of sales with respect to region, whether the condition is applied or not, then I will create a include LOD. And if in case I want to see the sum of sales excluding some condition or excluding some criteria or the column or the feature in the data, then I will have to use the exclude LOD feature. So let us try to understand and create these three types of LODs: fixed LODs, include LOD and exclude LOD, and understand in detail. For that purpose, let us first go for the fixed LOD. For LODs to create, we have to go into create calculated field. Let us start with the fixed LOD. So I am creating one fixed LOD, fixed sum of sales LOD, level of details. Now this is the name of our LOD. So there is one syntax we have to follow for LODs to create. Fixed. When I am typing the fixed, it is suggesting me to take the fixed in the capital letters only. So whenever you are typing half the way, it is suggesting you the capital fixed. So put the tab button, you are there. Now you can see a curly bracket has appeared before the fixed. So the LODs are always created or declared in the curly braces. Let me tell you the syntax for this so that it will be helpful for you guys. Let me take a notepad. The syntax is you have to declare the LODs always in the curly brackets. In the fixed, you have to declare fixed first, then colon, and then any aggregate function like sum of sales, and the curly brackets close. This is the minimum required thing. Either you have to write fixed, or if you are doing for include LOD, if you are going for include LOD, then again curly braces. Inside that I will say include colon, then of course sum of sales, but this time whatever we are going to include, at least one feature has to be mentioned here. So any feature that you are mentioning has to be included in the square bracket. Like subcategory is one of the column, so I am including that. I am just writing the name of the column here, category, in the square bracket. So we are including whatever the sum of sales it will be showing, it will be with respect to this sum of category always. That is the use of includes LOD. Similarly, if you are using exclude LOD, then let it be the same way. I am copying the same LOD by replacing just exclude with the include. Now here, this is the exclude LOD in which I am getting the sum of cells excluding the subcategory. So there is a difference between include and exclude. This include LOD will give me the sum of cells including always with respect to subcategory. Vice versa, the sum of cells in the exclude will exclude the subcategory always while showing the sum of cells accordingly. Whereas the fixed sum of cells will always show me the sum of cells with respect to the whole data, whether you are applying the filter of subcategory, segment or any other columns. So irrespective of any filter, it will always show us constant sum of cells, that is the sum of cells of the whole data. So that are the differences between the fixed LOD, include LOD and exclude LOD. Let us start understanding and creating and using them in our visuals. So I am copying this here. If any error, let us solve that as well. Fixed sum of cells, you can see the calculation is showing valid here, right? So I am clicking on OK. You see we had successfully created a green pill of our LOD. The symbol before the fixed green pill is showing equal to hash. That is a special symbol for the LODs. Right. Okay. Next, let us create the include LOD. Again, we are going to create calculated field. Let's give us a name appropriately. Include LOD, include segment, let's say, include segment LOD. Again, let me take include here, but this time not the subcategory. We had given the name as segment. So let me take segment here. That is the column name present in our data. You can see segment it is suggesting. Calculation is valid. So include segment for the sum of cells. Say OK. You can see this has also been created. So what was that? Fixed sum of cells LOD that we had created. Second is the include segment LOD. And let us create the last type of LOD, that is exclude type of LOD. So let us say exclude region. This time let us exclude the region here, region LOD, and I will just copy this LOD for the exclude and will replace the subcategory with what? Yes, correct. It's the region. It's the region. The calculation is valid. So exclude region LOD has been created. You can see in the bigger fonts as well. Say click OK and they are done. So we had successfully created 3 LODs. Let us them So this way we had successfully created 3 LODs: fixed LOD, include LOD and exclude LOD. Now let us use them in our visualization. That is, let us create a cross tab here. For that purpose, let me carry the measure names into the columns and then say fixed sum here, sum of cells before the LOD, fixed LOD. So this is our normal sum of cells, first field. Second is the sum of cells but for the fixed LODs. Then let me drag include segment LOD and then exclude region LOD. Exclude region LOD. Now this is a graph we had got, but we don't want graph. I want a cross tab to be developed, so dragging them into the label. So that is label here. So again, fixed LOD into the label, include LOD into the label, and then last is this into the label. So we got all this. Now I want to see all this with respect to whatever we had included, like say region. We will drag region first. Yes, we got the region. Fine. And let me convert the current sheet into a cross tab. So I'm saying duplicate this sheet as a cross tab, and we got the duplicated cross tab sheet. Now you can see, let me click on the duplicate as cross tab option, and you will see that we had got the duplicate sheet of cross tab. Yes, it is here. Let me get the entire view. This would be not enough. With the height, let's say fit the height. Okay, now you can see we had got the exclude LOD, fixed sum, include LOD, and the normal sales. So what is the total sum of sales? Let us understand that as well. I'm just taking another sheet here. In this sheet I'm just dragging the sales so that you can understand what is the total sum of sales without any condition. So the total sum of sales is 2297201. So what is our LOD is saying is, yes, you can see in fixed sum, whatever the region it is, central, east, south or west, irrespective of region, the fixed LOD is showing me the sum of sales of the whole data, whereas exclude and include are showing me different numbers. So let us understand that as well. You can see in exclude LOD, it is excluding the central region wise. It is not respecting the region. It is not respecting means the sum of sales is not including or considering the region conditions. That's why the central, east, south and west regions are not bothering this value. Therefore, what it will do, it will represent the sum of whole data irrespective of the region. That's why the fixed LOD and the sum exclude LOD is showing me the same value. Now let us see include LOD. In include LOD, it is showing me include segment. So segment wise, it is showing me region wise sum of sales. Segment wise sum of sales. So this is actually the region wise sales. Central region is having 501240 sum of sales. Let us just cross check at this sheet. So just dragging the region here to make you understand. So region, in the central region, the sum of sales is just 5,1240. So you can see 5,1240 is the sum of sales. Now let us understand the include furthermore, because this include LOD is including the segment, you can see. So this time I am dragging out the region and including the segment now. So this is the segment consumer, corporate and home office segment. You can see the segment wise it is including the consumer segment as the value here. So segment wise, consumer wise, it is showing me sum of sales that consumer is having 1 lakh, consumer is having 11,61,401 sum of sales. So it is respecting the segment now. It is respecting the segment now. For further drill down, I will just let you know. Let me drag the region before the segment so that you can understand it more better now. So include segment shows here us shows us here the values very well. You can see in include segment, central region, it is showing me all these values. In include segment, this is the segment wise. So consumer is showing 252031. So it is respecting all the segment wise segregation, segregation. Now if I am reversing it like this, what happens? You can see now in include consumer segment for region wise. So it is drilling down me accordingly all these values. That is the include segment LOD for us. So therefore there are three types of LODs. One is the fixed LOD, second is the include LOD, and third is the exclude LOD. Similarly, I had taken another example of exclude here to make us more understand about the value we get. I had taken the exclude subcategory. You can see this is exclude subcategory, and I had drilled down this cross tab like first is the category wise segregation and then their respective subcategories. You can see in these subcategories the exclude is showing me all the values same, and these are nothing but your total sum of sales. That means it is not respecting the subcategories. That's why it is giving me the total sum of sales irrespective of the subcategories mentioned in the tab. That's how we use the LODs to get the drilled information as per the requirement. Thank you for watching the video.
To know more about Itvedant, visit our website